The Bank of Jamaica has increased its policy interest rate to 5.5%. The Central Bank's Monetary Policy Committee made the decision this evening. Our business reporter Javon Keys now joins us in studio to explain. Javon.
Thank you so much, Herman. So the Bank of Jamaica's Monetary Policy Committee today handed down its latest policy interest rate decision. Now the body decided to add 50 basis points to the rate of interest paid on overnight balances in the current accounts of deposit-taking institutions at the central bank. This brings the policy interest rate to, as Herman said, 5.5%. The new rate will take effect tomorrow, Thursday, June 30.
Now, Javon, in 2020, the interest rate was less than 1%, if I remember correctly. So how did we get here?
Well, Herman, the BOJ was on a drive then to encourage low interest rates in the economy. So between August 2019 and October 2021, the policy interest rate actually stood at 0.5%. Now, last October, the Monetary Policy Committee decided to increase the rate in a bid to stem inflation, which exceeded the BOJ's target of 4 to 6%. And since then, it's been going up. Inflation has been going up and the rate has been going up as well. The central bank is not alone, however, because we're hearing all over the world, central banks have been making decisions to increase their interest rates. The US Federal Reserve, for instance, the Bank of England and our own central bank, they've all been raising their rates to stem inflation, which, by the way, last month was 10.9%, up from about 11.8% in April comparatively.
Now, what we want to figure out now, Javon, what does this really mean? I mean, break it down for us. Now, what does it mean? How does it affect us in our shopping?
So the 500 basis points added between October to now has brought the rate to its high since about 2015, when the rate charged on deposits stood at 5.5% as well. So we're seeing the interest rate at 5.5% again compared to 2015. Now, the whole aim of increasing the rate is to reduce spending in the economy. The Bank of Jamaica wants to tighten liquidity, that's money flowing in the economy, which it hopes would then reduce the urge to spend and in turn reduce inflation. Now, as the policy interest rate rises, the central bank and banks as a whole, they're inclined to increase the rate of interest charged on their own products. So institutions such as NCB, your Sagicor, your Jane Bank, Scotiabank, JMMB, they're all going to consider increasing interest rates. In fact, many of them have already increased interest rates. So what does that mean for you and I here? It means that the car loan is going to cost more. The mortgage is going to go up. It means that the bank loan, the business loan, that's all going to increase if the banks decide to move their rates as well. So it's going to cost more to service your various loans. But again, the central bank's key aim is to reduce demand and spending, which should help to reduce inflation. Now, the committee in its May decision projected that inflation would peak this month between 12 to 15%. The committee has, however, indicated that the cost of goods and services may, however, rise at a slower rate. It's a good sign. One would hope if that actually happens. But of course, we won't get that data until next month. That's July. Now, one of the things we have to also understand is that over the last few months, the private sector, they've been calling for the government, the Bank of Jamaica rather, to not increase the interest rate. And in fact, today, the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, JMEA, they've been cautioning the central bank. And before the rate increase announcement was made today, the JMEA said that this decision should not have been made. They're calling for the government to not increase the policy interest rate, and they have warned that increasing this rate could damage, quote, the fragile economy. Now, it says the already climbing interest rates are creating fiscal challenges for businesses and members of the society. Now, the BOJ is planning to hold this decision for 2 months. So on August 18, we'll know what the policy interest rate will be going into the fourth quarter of this year. Herman?
All right, thank you very much. Javon Keys, our business reporter.